I'm a little, maybe a lot on the fence with His and Her Christmas. This is the 2005 film directed by Farhad Mann, written by Jeffrey Schenck and Peter Sullivan, and there were things about this that I liked. And had I not known the film's title, let's say I was flicking through the TV channels and happened to see it and didn't notice the title, it would have been better. But I watched this on Amazon Prime in the mood for a Christmas film. The film's an hour and a half, and Christmas first gets a proper mention an hour into it. And even once Christmas gets underway, it's very much in the background. So this really should not be referred to as a Christmas film. It should not have Christmas in the title. Very misleading. However, the actual narrative itself I found quite interesting, and it's something that personally appealed to me. This focuses on a character called Liz, and played by Dina Meyer, and I absolutely loved that character. I thought she was just brilliant and right up my street as a protagonist. I really thoroughly enjoyed her performance, and she is an advice columnist giving advice about relationships, but she is not in a relationship herself, which is pointed out about 10 times in the first 10 minutes. I'd say the first 20 minutes of this film is just about how many characters they can get to tell Liz that she is single or needs a boyfriend or should start dating again. And it got a little bit annoying. But once the narrative got underway, it got a lot easier to watch. So I feel like it's not actually the best written, and it's very repetitive, and you don't need 100 characters, I am exaggerating, to tell a character that she needs to get a boyfriend to understand as an audience member that she is single and has been for a decent length of time. That aside, I like the fact that the newspaper she works for is potentially being bought over by somebody else. There may be layoffs, and they may be changing the way the newspaper works. For her, that's obviously a problem, as it is for a lot of her colleagues. Me being a writer, that's something that's a trope that I really enjoy, having protagonists who are writers who work for newspapers or other periodicals. That aspect I really liked. I wasn't emotionally invested in it. I wasn't that bothered about what would happen to the newspaper, and I feel like they could have done better with kind of evoking that company spirit and, everybody standing together to try and do the right thing. Didn't really get that message at all, but it was still interesting enough for me. If it's not something you're generally interested in, then I don't think, I wouldn't say, well, you need to see it anyway because it's different. It's not. But for me, I kind of enjoyed it. Were it not for the fact that Liz as a character was actually quite likeable, and Meyer as an actress I really enjoyed, I think it would have been a struggle. Oh, also, the costumes are gorgeous. Some of them are quite basic, but they fit the scenes perfectly, and there is one moment where Liz's sister, best friend, I feel like I should remember this without having to think about it. That's, there's a lot of information that just isn't clear off of the bat. But anyway, her sister, her best friend, is wearing the most gorgeous coat I have ever seen. And as soon as you see this coat, you will fall in love with it, and you will know exactly which one I mean. So that was lovely. The Christmas elements, when they do exist, are few and far between. It's just not really a Christmas film. I feel like it's very misleading in that sense. But on its own, it's not great. But certainly it's not awful. And it didn't feel like a chore to sit through it. I kind of enjoyed it.